Hello to my babies that I never had. This is Ju, also known to you as Mama Ju, giving you my 2.18 cents this year to help you make better real estate decisions. If you're ready to start your house hunting in 2024, here are 3 free apps that I would recommend to help you out along the way. Yes, it is free because I'm a type and also we got to save every single penny for the house that we want to buy, right? As an agent, of course, we have access to a lot more apps, a lot more resources from the agencies that we are with. As a consumer, most of the time, especially if you're new to the entire house hunting environment, you wouldn't know where exactly to begin. I am not sponsored by any of them to say this, and this is purely just what I feel would help you as a home buyer today. And here are these 3 apps that I found that I will show you in due time how you can use it to develop a clear understanding to help you out along the way. It doesn't matter whether you're pursuing the private or the HDB route, it will get you started somehow. I promise. The first thing you want to do is to be able to find out what your affordability is in terms of the loan that you're going to take. Unless you're paying 100% cash, then yeah, you can skip this part and just call me. Otherwise, the first app that I want to introduce to you is called Singapore Home Loans. Icon looks something like that. A pretty generic name, so don't go downloading the wrong home loan calculator. The reason why I really love this is because the interface, albeit there is annoying ads everywhere, it does give you what you need in terms of understanding where your finances are at. They have these red circles on the app itself with a question mark that actually tries to educate you in small snippets of information on what is being used to calculate your affordability. You can choose to ignore it, but I'm a sucker for these things. It may not be the same as what is dictated by MAS. Under the third tab called cash flow, you will get to see what you're missing in terms of your finances and whether or not you need to go rob a bank to get some money. The timeline is also available to you. So it gives you a bit more than what the normal loan calculator would. If you're selling and buying, the calculator then doesn't make that much of a sense because you do have to consider your sale proceeds from your sale in order to buy later on. Now that step 1 is complete and you know how much loan you can afford, the next thing that you want to do is to calculate your monthly mortgage repayments. Well, the idea is to have as little apps to do as many things as possible, right? So in this case, we are going to use the app called HProp, which we'll come back to later on for a lot more other stuff. Under H property, there will be other calculators that you will find useful along the way, but the one that we really want at this point in time is the mortgage calculator. I personally love to toggle between the loan affordability and the mortgage servicing calculator so as to find a sweeter spot for my financial outlays every month. Once you have determined how much you rob from your bank or your parents, we now know the purchase price that you can buy. To determine what you can buy, this is one app that I really refuse to acknowledge, but I have to, is Pte Ltd. I really don't wish to recommend these guys who have been sucking my life force of my agenthood. Agents, you will understand. But the reality of things is they do possess the biggest listing bank in Singapore. If you're an agent in Singapore, you ought to have a Pte Ltd listing account. And this is the place where most of us, even agents, do our searches on as well. If you do want to go a bit further, you can by taking things back onto HProp to find out a little bit more about the fair value of the property, whether or not you're paying above or below the market prices. But otherwise, these 3 apps will be sufficient in terms of getting you along the journey. And if all these still sound really foreign and overwhelming for you, you can always reach out to an agent to simplify things for you. For most of us, to represent an HDB buyer, we do charge a 1% plus GST. Private property transactions, there is no need for the buyer to pay the agent any commissions. So it might be a good idea to reach out to someone you trust. And I hope that I helped you make a better real estate decision today. Like, share, and follow. I'll be more than grateful. Okay, thanks, bye!